guys, it's Rel Klein. You're watching a making up movie idea on the spot, and if this is your first time here, I pick randomly one genre, one place, and 3 other items, and I come up with a movie idea on the spot. Sorry I did not make one yesterday. I was sick. Well, feeling sick. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. Here we are with genres. Superhero. So I have to come up with a superhero movie or something with a superhero. Well, yeah, it has to have a vibe of the superhero movie. I have to be honest. This is places, but I have to be honest. I am DC over Marvel. That's how I am. But I, in general, am not a huge fan of superhero movies. I feel like, I mean, people can say this about action movies in general, that they're all the same thing. But I think extremely that way in superhero movies. They're all the same thing. And always, it's like some villain trying to like bomb New York. And so they always have to save New York. But then they end up like destroying half of New York anyway. Ooh, I got Texas as my place. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at me. But yeah, I have not watched a lot of the Marvel superhero movies, and not even that many DC superhero movies. I watched a lot of the DC like superhero shows like Flash, Arrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow. I don't watch them anymore because after a while they became the same thing over and over every episode. But I'm a huge fan of Smallville, and I feel like that's different than some other shows because it's like him growing up and like learning about his powers. That's literally my second favorite show. Okay, 3 other items. Old, poor, bike, I'm already coming up with some ideas, so maybe I could do this superhero idea. But it's superhero movie, takes place in Texas, old, poor, and bike. Oh my god, with the old, it's making me think of Shazam. What's Shazam? Is that DC or Marvel? I don't even know, but like Shazam is actually a really good superhero movie, and I don't, like I said, I don't usually like superhero movies, but that one like was good. So I have an idea, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna incorporate the old into it yet. But maybe there's this teenage boy and he comes from really poor family and everything, and they live in Texas, and it's kind of that like beginning of superhero movies where someone doesn't have like the powers, they don't have much, and that's him in that case. So he's poor, and one day he discovers this bike. Maybe he finds this bike somehow. Maybe he's like running. Maybe he steals like some food from a supermarket perhaps, or just a store or whatever, and he's like running from the people who's running after him, and he sees this bike that's like left unattended, like it's not like locked up or anything like all the other bikes. So he like takes this bike and he starts taking it, and all of a sudden it's kind of not like Flash, but like the bike goes really, really fast, and he's able to get away, and he's like, wow, this bike is like cool, like it's really fast, like I'm almost as going as fast as the Flash, like let me keep it. So he keeps this bike, and maybe he starts like experimenting with the bike, and he starts realizing like it goes really fast and it gets him places. So he oh, now I have an idea for how I can incorporate the old. So maybe he is like a father who like he like then starts helping out with like, maybe he does deliveries, so he starts helping out the deliveries on this bike, and he like delivers all this thing, and so then they start getting more money because they're able to do more deliveries because he's really fast on this bike. But he's like, his dad wants the bike too, because he's like, oh no, we can like double it and everything, where'd you get the bike? And so this kid, he like goes back to like where he found the bike, and he starts maybe seeing these signs, like, or maybe the bike is like drawn to something, and so he brings the bike to this guy in this cave, kind of mad scientist kind of vibe, who is the one who created this bike, and it's this old mad scientist kind of guy. And he said he was like, he creates things, and that then this kid is like, this teenage kid's like, oh, can I have another bike from my dad? And he's like, no, like, I only created one, like, I wanted to see, I made like some, I kind of maybe this guy's like, I sacrifice my youth, so that's why, like, I'm an old man for this bike I like sacrifice it to like a witch or something, whatever, so to make this bike have these powers, and it found you, so it's your bike, and I'm just someone who creates things. And he's okay, so he leaves, and this teenager, and he talks about how he really wants for his dad to have another bike. Like, maybe his dad's not like abusive, but he like is that type, you know. And then maybe another day he goes back to the old mad scientist. He's just like, one more bike. So the old mad scientist goes and makes a deal with the witch, and they create another bike, but this kills the old mad scientist, and the witch says whoever possesses this bike will be cursed and everything, and it's for someone who's bad already. But of course this teenage boy, he like still doesn't believe it, so he brings the bike to his dad, and then his dad, of course, because the bike is cursed and it's for his dad anyway, and it's in his dad's possession, his dad starts turning bad. And he starts doing these things in the city to like get money, because always in villains, they always have purpose and reason why they're doing what they're doing, and it's already very obvious from the start that he's someone who's money hungry because he doesn't have any. And this kid, our superhero, he's a teenager, he doesn't know yet what he really wants in life, but he wants to help his dad because he wants them to be financially stable and everything. That's why he did all these things for his dad to get the bike, but now his dad's evil, so he does all these bad things in the city to get money that ends up maybe even hurting people or killing people. And so this teenage boy, he has to use the bike to be fast and save people, and so that's his villain, is his dad with this bike, and he's the one with the bike too. In the end, he has to destroy his dad's bike, and he's able to do it. And then maybe he even goes to like the witch to be like, how do I destroy this bike? And maybe figures it out. I don't know yet how he would destroy it. That can be something figured out later on. And he ends up destroying his bike at the end too, because of all the problems it caused and everything. Wow, I actually did come up with that. I didn't know if I would be able to come up with a superhero idea, but there's the ordinary, it's a very hero's journey kind of way, where there's that ordinary world and way that brings him over, and like, I mean, I didn't say an ordeal, but maybe he goes through an ordeal, and there's purpose, and also shows you how the villain became to be. I guess I didn't really use Texas, it just takes place in Texas, the city in Texas. I feel like I used the old, the poor, the bike. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting idea. I like it. Yeah, cool. I didn't think I would be able to do that, but I'm actually kind of pretty proud of myself, because that wasn't that bad. That was actually kind of good. Yeah, I don't know what the superhero name would be, but I feel like the bike would be in the title or something. Bike boy. I don't know. Oh my god, should that be the title? Bike boy. I'm gonna include that when I write the caption for this. But comment below if you like this idea. Comment below other items you want me to add to my item list. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. And bye.